Hey there, sit down if you want. My name is Spectre, and I will be reviewing Supergirl. Supergirl, Kara Zor-El, a traumatized Kryptonian surviving off-world, through an intergalactic pub crawl. When the villainous Krem of the Yellow Hills poisons her superdog, Krypto, Kara reluctantly teams up with Ruthie, an orphan, on a revenge quest for her family, embarking on a violent interstellar mission to find the antidote. And a side note, this is a spoiler review, even though I'm just gonna say it, there is basically nothing to spoil. There really is nothing big in this movie that, yeah, there's no, like, big characters or anything. Like, I'm not saying, like, there wasn't any big characters. There's obviously Lobo and Superman, David Cornsweet Superman. Uh, but there wasn't any surprises, is what I'm trying to say. So, throughout the whole movie, I pretty much came out enjoying it. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was perfect. I didn't think it was too bad either. Now, there's been some very negative reviews about it that I just don't agree with. Um, for one, there's been a lot of complaints with the needle drops. I don't mind the needle drops. I think they're fine. Obviously, one needle drop I can agree with was the final battle. I just really didn't think it suited the mood that they were going for, It tried to be a little too James Gunn. And this isn't a James Gunn movie. This was a. What was the director's name again? Sorry about that. The director's name is Gillespie. I don't know if I said that right. Gillespie or Gillespie? You guys, I let me know if I'm right or wrong on which one I said. But getting back on track here. I thought the story itself was fine. I thought it was good. It's a mix of fine and good for me, because I didn't come out of this movie hating it, but I didn't come out of it really thinking it was perfect. You know, I like it a little less than James Gunn's Superman. Uh, but I really think this movie handles the emotional parts really well. There's this scene with Ruthie and Kara in a cave on God, I forgot the planet's name, but the Yellow Hills planet where Crumb's from. Um, and it was really emotional. But yeah, I thought the emotional parts were handled really good. I felt like if it was more serious, you know, if it was just a little more serious, it could have been better than it already is. Um, but I didn't come out of this movie hating it. You know, I thought it was fine. But sorry, I just keep saying that. uh, yeah, the movie itself is fine. Just a good movie. It's not too bad, but it's not too perfect. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that from now. Okay, you guys heard enough of that. I've never been too interested into Supergirl. I haven't read the Woman of Tomorrow comic, which this movie is loosely based off of. But I've just never been interested in Supergirl until now. I really like Kara in this movie. Uh, I think she's a better Supergirl than Sasha Kaye. I didn't really care for that interpretation of Supergirl, and I haven't really cared about Supergirl at all. But I gotta say, this version of Supergirl is really getting to me. I I love the character. I'm enjoying the character now. It makes me want to pick up more comic books about the character. Um, Millie Alcock as Supergirl, perfect casting. I think that was the best casting they could have went with. I I was just hooked on this character the whole movie. And then moving on from Kara for a second, Ruthie. Uh, Ruthie got a little annoying sometimes, but I thought she was fine. No, there's a whole thing basically at the end of the movie where she's about to kill Krem, and Kara's just like telling her that it's gonna ruin her for the rest of her life, you know. And it was very different. It was very different than what you normally see, because normally you see. I don't remember exactly what Kara said, but um, normally what you see in like scenes like this is like you kill them. You're not. You're just. You're worse than them. You know. You're just as bad as them. But the way Kara explained it here, and it just hit better than any other explanation I ever seen to why you can't just kill the bad guy. But Kara herself, for all the damage Krem has done, did kill Krem. Krem is dead. He does die. Yeah, I actually thought it was gonna be Lobo that would kill Krem. So talking about Krem, he wasn't interesting. He was and the actor. Hold on, what was his name? So the actor of Krem's name is the actor that plays Krem's names is Mateus Sko. I'm terrible at names. Okay, you guys could just search this up on your own. You guys could just search that up on your own. But he just wasn't interesting, and the performance he gave him of he portrayed as Krem. I think he is a good actor. I haven't seen any of his. Maybe I have. Thinking about it, maybe I have, but I haven't seen him play anything else besides this role. And I guess he was just going. Maybe this is what the director wanted. Maybe this is all he got. But he just does like this head shake thing the whole time with this weird smile, and it's just like it's the way he talks too. It's just like there's nothing interesting about Krem. And there's nothing at all interesting about Krem, dude. It's just they could. I don't know. I haven't read the Woman of Tomorrow comic, like I said before. Maybe Krem is interesting, and I'm just missing out. But I just don't think he's an interesting villain. I don't think he's a cool villain. And yeah, he's not even cool. What, he's got super strength? He doesn't even do anything super here. What'd you give him super strength for? Like, it's just weird, weird, weird choice. Weird choice to make him like this. But moving on to another character, Jason Momoa's Lobo. Jason Momoa finally got to play Lobo. Yeah, he's been wanting this role for like ever, and I think he killed it. He didn't say no fraggins though. No fraggins. I think yeah, that's his catchphrase. No fraggins. Not even once. Not even a little fraggin here and there. No fraggin. But he was a really good Lobo. I think he does deserve the role, and I just wanted more Lobo in this movie. He's not really. I wish he was just more there, but maybe because everyone's like loving this casting and loving this character, his portrayal as Lobo. Maybe maybe he'll get a spin-off movie or show or something. But yeah, I just don't know if Krem was. Why am I talking about Krem? Why was Krem on my mind? Whoa, wait! I started talking about Krem for a second, but yeah, I just want to see more of Lobo. That was so weird. Why did I think about Krem? But moving on to David Cornsweat Superman. He's sort of here. Yeah, just in flashbacks mainly. There is a scene at the very end of the movie that I think was supposed to be a post credit, but they fitted into the movie where Kara is basically just talking to Clark how she's gonna stay at Earth, and a big thing about this movie is that Clark really wants Kara to stay on Earth. Try to live the life he had, but it's hard for her to recover from Krypton, dying. It's she just wants to do her own thing, but by the end of the movie she does realize it is probably the best option to stay on Earth with her cousin, her only family left. And yeah, I think he had a I think David Cornsworth Superman had a very nice presence here. He had a very good presence. You know, every time you saw him, I just love David Cornsworth Superman so much. He's just wow. Wow, I love the guy. You know, such a good character. But moving on. This movie was very well paced. It really didn't feel like what an hour and 48 minutes. An hour and 48 minutes. It really didn't feel like that. Felt like maybe like 3 hours. I'm saying, but it was very well paced. I think the thing holding it back the most was the director. He just tried to be James Gunn when he isn't James Gunn. You know, he didn't try to really do his own thing. It did have a very big Guardians of the Galaxy vibe to it. He just sort of tried to copy James Gunn, and I don't think that's the route that was good for this movie, you know? But, um, wrapping it up here, I do think Supergirl is worth to see, you know? I think it's worth to give it a chance. I don't think you should let all the negative reviews about it, just like dictate if you should watch it or not. It's a really good movie. It's just good. It's not perfect. It's not bad. Just give it a watch. You'll probably like it. And if you don't, I don't know. Blame the director. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.